ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदताम् ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, chapter 23, verse number 1. So in the previous chapter we studied Krishna stealing the dresses of the gopis and then blessing them for their Katyayani Vrata, and then he went to tend the cows, and where he was praising the trees, how they are doing welfare to others. And at the end of that chapter it was described that they went to the bank of Yamuna. The cows drank water and they also drank water. If you are in the forest and you drink water, and then after that you want food. So generally they bring food with them, and sometimes the food comes later on, it's carried by their mother, sisters, somebody. So that day the food did not come because they are wandering in the forest, or Krishna took them in a different direction. So they did not arrive in time and everybody is hungry. And hunger is very intolerable, especially for young people, children. So nasti kshuda samam dukkham. There is no more suffering, bigger suffering than hunger. If you have good fire in your stomach, then you know what it means to be hungry. So this is what is being described. So actually Krishna wants to bless the wives of Brahmanas, and therefore he is making this pastime. As he blessed the gopis in the previous one, here he will bless the wives of the Brahmanas. Generally men think that they are more qualified for spirituality. Here in Bhāgavatam it's turned upside down. So first we saw that how great are the gopis, and now it will be proven how these Yagyapatnis are better than the husbands. Otherwise Brahmanas' husbands feel proud that they are better than wives, right? They think that we are supreme, we are superior, they should serve us, and what they can know about spirituality. But Bhagavatam is different. So whoever has great devotion is great, it doesn't matter male or female, and it is easier for women to be devotee because they can easily surrender than men. Men have bigger ego, as we will see here. When they went to ask for food, the Brahmanas did not give, and the wives immediately gave. So this is what is being also described here, that one should not think sometimes the birth of a woman is considered as inferior. In Bhagavad Gita also there is a sloka, Stri avashya tatha sudra tepi yanti param gati kim punar brahmana bhakta rajarshayasthatha. So they think that women are less qualified, but it is not always true. So we will see that here. So Shri Gopa Uchuhu Ram Ram Mahabaho Krishna Dushta Nibarhana Esha Vai Badhate Kshunna Tachantim Kartumarhata. So they went to the Yamuna river, they drank water, they are feeling hungry. So if you are hungry, better don't try to be modest and formally speak, otherwise you will just go hungry. Nobody is going to ask. So they are straightforward. So they said, O Balaram, the mighty armed one, O Krishna, the killer of the wicked, you are very good at killing. Right? Dushta Nibarhana. Barha means hinsayam. So Nibarhana, you are the killer of the wicked people. Please kill our hunger also. Because this is also troubling. It troubles everybody. Not only human beings, every species troubled by hunger. So he says, why don't you solve this problem? If there is no hunger, how life will be so much different? Can you imagine that you don't feel hungry? How you will be? So he says, Esha vai badhate kshut na, that this hunger is bothering us. So tat shantim kartum arhate. So it behooves you to quell this hunger. So what is he going to do? He is with them. Is he having a shop, or he is in a house that he has food? What is the point in going to Krishna? He is with them, he is also waiting for his food to come from home. So why do they approach him? He's going to produce food or what? But anyway, they go to him. So, Trayovinshe Annaya Yancha Anadritai Gopai Punaschasa Patninam Prema Vipranam Anutapancha Varnate. So in this 23rd chapter, there is a description that the Brahmanas, the Gopas, they were asked to go and beg food from the Brahmanas. And then when they did not get any food from them, Yancha Anadritai Gopai, so their request was not accepted by the Brahmanas. So they were turned away. Then he sent them again. He says, now you go to the wives. You could have sent them directly to the wives. Who gives food, husband or wife? Wife, right? So why did he send to the husband? He did not know this, that food is with wives and not with husbands. No, he is also an intelligent person. He wants to show how great are the wives, they are better than the husbands. He also did not want to send them directly to them. Then they'll say, what is this he's sending to women? Does he have any link with them? Already we talked about he's stealing the dress of the gopis. Now he sends to the wives. So means he's always with women. So therefore he first diverts their attention. Go to the Brahmanas. And then when you fail there, then I will send you to the wives. He already knew that they won't get it. But it was planned like that. But the Gopas, they don't know this. So therefore it says, Patininam prema vipranam anutapam cha varnate. So in this chapter, there is a description of the prema, the love of the wives of Brahmanas, how much they have love for Krishna. This is what he wanted to show. It's like in the previous chapter we read that he wanted to show the intensity of the love of these girls to Krishna. It's not that his interest is in stealing the dress, that he has no intention or he wanted to trouble them. He does not have any such intention, but he wanted to show how great are the gopis. And similarly now he wants to show how great are the wives of the Brahmanas. So therefore he says Patninam prema and Vipranam anutapam cha. And the Brahmanas, they will regret, because later on they will realize their mistake. So that's what is being described here in 23rd chapter. So the importance is of the prema and not of knowledge, scholarship, austerity, idam punsha tapsya svitasya ishtasya dattasya. All these things, education, austerity, study, doing yajna, their value is only if one has bhakti for Krishna. Otherwise they only increase the pride, as we will see. Vidya vivadaya dhanam madaya. So it only brings abhiman, makes one proud without bhakti. Sri Shuka Uvacha, Sri Shukdev Goswami said, Iti Vijyapito Gopair Bhagavan Devaki Sutaha. Again Devaki Sutta is coming. I had it yesterday also. Bhaktaya Vipra Bharyaya Prasidan Nidam Abravit. So when Sri Krishna was approached in this way by the Gopas. Krishna, who is Bhagwan and who is son of Devaki. So then, to bless the wives of the Brahmanas who are his devotees, he spoke as follows. So here, Bhaktaya Vipra Bharyaya, it is used in singular case, right? So it should have been in plural. It should have been, but Bhaktanam Vipra Bharyanam Bharyayam. So why singular is used? Because there are many. So he says here, commentator, Vipra Bharyaya iti Jatav Ekatvam. So it is used, singular is used as a class. Just like you say that cow is worshipable. So we say, when you say cow is worshipable, we are not talking about one particular cow, but cow as a class. So it's used in that sense. Bhaktaya Viprabharya means the wives of Brahmanas as a group who are devotees. So Bhaktaya iti tasam bhaktim anusmritya sadhyaiva prasidan. So here this prasidan is used in present continuous tense, while pleased or being pleased. So how is he pleased here? Either we can take the meaning prasidan in the sense that he wants to please them or he wants to bless them, and therefore he spoke as follows, or he was pleased just by thinking about them. It's like if you love somebody, then thinking of that person you feel happy naturally, if you have liking for somebody. So from this sloka also we can understand that Krishna is thinking about the wives of the Brahmanas, although he is going to send them to the Brahmanas to beg. But the sloka says that iti vigyapito gopair bhagwan devaki sute bhaktaya viprabharyaya. So he is pleased on the wives of the Brahmanas. And then he spoke like this. So he actually wants to bless them, and he is speaking in the way as we read that you go and back to the Brahmanas. So this was his intention. So Vipra Bharyaya iti jato ekatvam bhaktaya iti tasam bhakti manusmritya sadhyaiva prasidan kincha tasu ekasyastu bhavishyantim dasmim dasham anusmritya prakarshena sidan sochamanascha iti arth dvayalabhartham ekatvam iti kechit. So there is another explanation which is given here, that why the singular is used here. So one explanation is that singular is used in the sense of class, that it refers to the whole class of the wives. And the other explanation he says is that among them there was one who was highly devoted to Krishna. And Krishna thought of her, and thinking of her, he became little serious, because prasidan also has another meaning. So it has prakrishtena sidan, means intensely serious, like vishedan, means like feeling dejected or grieving. Why? Because he thought that this gopi has so much love not Gopi, this Brahmana wife has so much love for me that in separation she can reach to the 10th state, which is called Mrityu, death. So therefore his Prasiddhan is given another meaning here. So that's what say Dasmim Dasham Anusmritya Prakarshena Sidan. So Sidan means Shauchmana here. So means like becoming, when Krishna does not grieve, means becoming thoughtful, becoming serious. So he says that both meanings can come, and therefore the singular has been used, so that one you can take the meaning for everybody, and then one can take special meaning referring to one particular wife. Prayata deva yajnam brahmana brahmavadinah satram mangirasam nama yasate swarga kamyaya. So he says that you go to this yajna, deva yajnam, means worshipping of the deva, where these brahmanas who are brahmavadi. So brahmavadi means those who are attached to the karma kanda part of the Brahma. Here means Veda, as Krishna says, Yamimang puspitam vacham pravadanti vapaschita vedavadarata partha nanyadestiti manina kamatmana swargapara janma karma falapradam kriya vishesha bahulam. So Swarga Bhogashwari Gatim Prati. So that these are the type of Brahmanas, because here it is Swarga Kamya. So they were performing a Satra. Satra means a lengthy yajna. And this is called Angirasa. Angiras yajna they are doing. And why are they doing it? They are doing it for attaining Swarga. Satram Swargaya Lokaya. Right? Ekadatu Muni Pratar Huta Hutagnaya Satkritam Sutam Asinam Paprachuri Damadarat. First chapter of Bhāgavatam. So the sages, they were also doing Swarga Satra for attaining Swarga. But there it is said Swarga means Vaikuntha. So Swagiyate iti Swarga Vaikuntha. But these are not doing for Vaikuntha. After all, they are coming from the vicinity of Kamsa. So Tapo Vidya Dharmadi Matsu api Vipreshu Bhaktiya Bhavat Name Prasada Tapadi Rahita Suapi Tat Patnishu Bhakti Sadbhavan Mat Prasada Iti Arthadvayam Ekasyam Brahman Jatau Eva Kramena Jnapaitum Prathamam Gopan Brahman Sannidhau Prasthapyanah Priyate. So Bhagavatam wants to establish the supremacy of bhakti. That is the speciality of Bhagavatam. So he says that if one is very austere, very learned, follower of dharma, etc., has good character, and Brahmana, born in a Brahmana family, and following all the rules of Brahmanical dharma, but is not a devotee. So then he says, Bhakti abhavat name prasada. So they cannot get my grace. So satkarma nipano vipra. So even if the vipra is expert in doing satkarma but is not a devotee, then he is not considered as great. So that sloka we read in spoken by Prahlad. Sadishad Guna Arvind Pada Arvindat Vimukhat, that they have 12 qualities, but they are Vimukha from the lotus feet of Arvindanabha Pada Arvinda Vimukhat. So Napunati Sakulam Bhuri Mane and Sapacham to Varishtham. But a dog eater who is a devotee is better, because Sanapunati Sakulam Apitu Bhuri Mane. He cannot purify even his own dynasty, what to speak of purifying others. So that is what is being said here, that because they are not devotees, so therefore they are not recipient of my grace, my prasada. On the other hand, the wives of these Vipras, they are not austere, they are not learned, they are not expert in Dharma Shastra, but they have bhakti. So bhakti sadbhavat mat prasada. But they are the recipient of my grace. So these two meanings are being described here, that although they both belong to the same jati, iti arthdvayam ekasyam brahman jatau eva kramena gyapayit. So he is showing this, that they both are Brahmana, husbands are also Brahmanas, wives are also belonging to Brahmana jati, and husbands are more qualified from material point of view, they are learned, they are doing the Angiras Yagya. So they know the mantras, they know the process, they have studied the Vedas, they know Sanskrit, grammar, chandas, right? All the Sadangas, Kalpa, Jyotis, Nirukta, Vyakaran. All this is known to them, because without that you cannot do if you want to do Yagya, you have to study all that. And yet they do not have bhakti. So Vedaisya Sarvairahameva Vedya, the purpose of study of Veda is to know Krishna. So they study the Veda, but they don't know this. So Tragunya Vishya Veda, Nistragunya Bhavarjana. They are only busy with the Tragunya part of the Veda and not the Nistragunya part. So Nirdando Nitya Sattvasthya Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. So one has to go beyond this Tragunya, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, become free from the Dandvas of Rag and Dvesh, become situated in Sattva, and free from Yoga and Kshema, material needs, all the time bothered by them, and Atmavan, becoming situated in one's own Atma and devoted to Paramatma. So that is the ultimate essence of the Vedas. Otherwise, they are called Dhumradhiya, smoky intelligence. Because all they do time doing yagya, so their intelligence becomes smoky. So when smoke is there, you cannot see things clearly. So therefore they are only Swargapara, as it says, Swargakamya. So they are only Swargakami, they are only desiring Swarga, but Swarga is temporary. Tetam bhuktva Swargalokam Vishalam, Chine Punya Vartalokam Vishanti. So then again you have to come down. So all the effort you made to go up, and then you again come down. So that's why bhakti is important. It is only bhakti which brings purification to the heart, not these other things. Other things, if they assist one to reach bhakti, then they are good. But if they do not bring one to bhakti, then they only make you more entangled here in the material world. Because it's not that in Swarga you will be happy all the time. There also Ragadvesha is there. Indra himself is worried somebody is going to take his post. So then he has dvesha. Anybody tries to do some austerity and then put obstacle to that person. So the devatas put obstacle to devotees. 11th canto is saying that. So this is being described here, that how this contrast, it's very important. That not only that they are men and think they are great, but they are having other qualifications which the wives do not have. But who gets the blessing? The wives, not the husbands. And the husband will get the blessing only because of the wife. Yeah, that's why they will repent later. They will regret. So that means they understood. So it is for this reason that he is sending them to the Brahmanas. Krishna will send them to the Brahmanas for begging food with this intention, to bring out this. So this is how Bhāgavatam teaches. This is the Vyanjana. Tatra gatvaudanam gopa yachata asmad visarjitaha kirtayanto bhagavata aryasya mama cha bhidam. So he says that, oh Gopa, you go there and ask for some dal rice. Simple. Don't ask for sweets. Brahmanas will not give that. So just ask for odan, some rice, and along with rice, some sabji, some yogurt. So he's asking for simple. Because when you go begging, don't expect some fancy food. If you are a beggar, then ask the minimum possible. Not that you demand the best thing. So this is also how you should beg. Sometimes people come to beg, they want you give me this much only, otherwise I will not take. They don't beg, they demand. So yeah, I remember you remember that in Munich, that man was there. He came to their house. What is his name? He's always talking about Gayatri. So he was saying that one sadhu from Vrindavan came, stayed at his house, and he asked some, I don't know, like $5,000 or something. He says, I want only that, otherwise I will not leave. So this is begging with force. Yeah, he was telling me that. His name was Ani, Karnani, Adani, Gulani. No, Gulani. His name was something like that. Maybe you didn't come. Kamala came, probably. So tatra gatva adunam gopa. Therefore he says that ask only for rice. Yachta, beg. And go, these people will say, well, begging, either a sannyasi can beg, Brahmana can beg, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they are not allowed to beg. So, how we are going to go and beg? So, they will say, you are cowherd people, how come you are coming to beg from us? We should be coming to beg to you. So he says, Asmad Visarjita. Tell them that we have sent. As if they are something superior. So at least I am Kshatriya, because he is born in Mathura. So Kirtiyanto Bhagavata Aryasya. Well, they may not know, they think I am also cowherd. So he says, Bhagavata Aryasya Mamcha Vidam. Therefore you should take the name of elder brother Balram, because Balram is known that he is son of Vasudeva. He is a prince. So they will respect him. After all, they are from Mathura, right? And Balram is from Mathura. They don't know that Krishna is also. He says, afterwards you can also take my name, Mamachaya Vidam. I am secondary because I am cowherd. So they will respect his name. So you take. So the word Arya, people used to say Arya, Arya, Arya came from here, Arya came from there. There are 361 theories of Aryas, from where they came. So Arya simply means a respectable person. It does not belong to any jati or class or anything. So elder brother, he is calling his elder brother as Arya. Respectable person is called Arya. So he says here in Bhāgavatam the word Arya is used. In Bhagavad Gita also, Anarya Justam Asvargam Akirtikaram Arjuna. Krishna is using the word Anarya, which is opposite of Arya. So Arya is not some jati that they came from here. The Arya, anybody can be Arya if you are a qualified person. If you know Dharma Shastra, you follow that. If you are a respectable person, then you are Arya. It has nothing to do that Arya come from here, Arya come from Russia, Arya come from so many places. They come. So Arya invasion theory, AIT. So therefore he says Aryasya Mamacha Abhidam. Therefore please inform them that Sri Balram and Krishna, they have sent us. Because these cowherd boys, they have never begged. Not everybody can beg. And also not everybody is qualified for begging. Sannyasi can beg. So yachta yachadvam. So this is Atmapadi, so it should be yachadvam. Kirtayanta iti avabhyamapi svanamnapi prabodhetum ashakya idrishi tesham vidusham nidra iti gyapaitum muktam. So he says that you should recite the name Kirtayanta iti avabhyamapi svanamnapi prabodhitum asakya. So if you are not able to say my name, because they are such scholars that even if you say Krishna is saying it, they may not wake up. Brahma will wake up, Indra will wake up, Devas will wake up hearing Krishna's name, not these Brahmanas. They will say, who is Krishna? So therefore it says, Svanamna api prabodhitum ashakya idrishi tesham vidusam nidra iti gyapaitum muktam. Aryasya Baldevasya prathamam avidham kirti. Therefore first you take the name of Arya, Sri Baldev. Matto Vaishya jate hai sakashad Arya kshatriya jatim kinchit abhyaharitettvena danapatram matvapi yadi te bahirdarshino va kinchit dashyanti tadapi bhadramiti aviparayana. He says, I am known that I am a Vaishya. I belong to the Gopal family, cowherd. So they will not respect that. But if they hear the name of Balram, who is a Kshatriya, so then they may have little respect. Kinchit abhyaharitattvena. So little respect. And therefore they may think that okay, he can deserve some food, danapatra. Because it is also deshe kale cha patre cha yaddanam taddiyate. So datavyamiti yaddanam. So dan should also be given to a qualified person. at a proper time, proper place, and to a proper recipient. Deshe kaleta patrecha taddanam satvikam smritam. Krishna says that dan is called satvika. Datavyamiti yad danam diyate anupakarine. So if you give charity, then it should be done as a duty, and it should be done without the intention of getting some benefit from that person. Anupkarani. If you do it with the intention to get some benefit, then that is not a sattvic dan, that is rajasic dan. So you are not going to get any spiritual benefit from that, or any benefit after death or anything. You will just get whatever you desire here. You want your name, put my name there. Right? You go to certain temples, everywhere you see the name written down. So that is the only benefit they get. They are thinking, by this I am going to Vaikuntha. So either you go to Vaikuntha or you put your name here. You cannot have both. If you go to Vaikuntha, what is the point of having your name here? You are so much attached to your name. How will you go to Vaikuntha? You cannot even give up this much. So therefore, he is saying that they will not give. He says, Vaishyas are not qualified to get charity. They are not. Charity should be given to Brahmana, to devotees of Krishna, to deity. Right? In the third canto, Kapil Dev gives a big list to show who is better than whom. So highest recipient of charity is Krishna himself. But he is now Vaishya here. And they don't know this, that he is God, he is Bhagavan. So therefore he says that you can take the name of Balram. So even if externally, even if they don't understand internally that Krishna and Balram, they are Bhagavan, but even if they think, okay, they need some food and Balram is from Mathura, maybe they will have some little affection for him being from Mathura, because they are from Mathura themselves. So then maybe they will say, okay, take some food. So it is with this intention that he sent them. But these Brahmanas don't care for all this. Ityadishta Bhāgavata gatva yachantate tatha kritanjali puta vipran dandavat patita bhuvi. So these boys, they went being asked by Krishna in this way, Bhāgavata, by Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and then they begged food from them. But you see how humbly they are begging. So first is Kritanjali Puta. So they have their palms joined together in reverence to the Brahmanas. Please Brahmanas, give us. And then they fall on the ground, dandavat, like a stick, paying obeisances. So they are not demanding that we have the right to give us food. No, they are going very humbly, that please, we have been sent by Krishna and Balram. So patita bhuvi, so bhuvi patit dandavat patita vipran te yachanta. They asked food for that. So Kritanjali puta iti svesham saushalyam abhivanjaitum. They had their palms joined together. By this they are showing their good behavior, that they are well behaved. They are not dussila, they are not wicked in behavior, but very properly behaved. Tacha tadanim bhiksha prapti arthakam eva. And they are doing this especially because they want to get something. If you go and beg something from somebody, then you have to be humble. You have to take a lower position. Even God went to Bali Maharaj to beg. So he became Vaman. Vaman means dwarf. So the meaning is that if you beg, you have to be small. Vaman means little, small. So although he is Trivikram, but when he is begging, then he is small. So if you want to beg somebody, you have to become small. If you cannot become small, then don't make an effort to beg. So that's why Dandavat Patita, because becoming small, you're falling flat on the ground. You cannot be smaller than that. You cannot get inside the earth, but you can fall down. So Dandavat Patita. So Dandavat Patita iti Sviya Vrajastha Viprebhyo api Sakashat Tan Ati Tejasvino Matva. So he is giving another explanation. Why did they fall on the ground like a stick? So they did this because they thought that these Brahmanas, they look more illustrious than Brahmanas which we have in Braj. Our Braj Brahmanas are not so learned. These are there because when they went, they were all chanting Vedic mantras, doing oblations. They are also better dressed. So they became even more respectful, reverential to them. That they are more tejasvi. They have more prowess. So thinking like this. Otherwise joining palms was good enough to beg food. There was no need. So by seeing them, it became natural for them to. And they are young boys. So they are thinking, wow, these are Mathur Brahmanas, they are not ordinary. They are not Braj Brahmanas. So then they spoke like this. He Bhumi Deva Shrunuta Krishnasya Adesakarinah Praptan Janita Bhadram Vo Gopan No Ram Choditan. So first of all, they are not calling them O Vipra, O Brahmana. They are calling them as Bhumi Deva. So Brahmanas are called Devatas of earth. They are called Bhusura, the Suras of the earth. So there are Devatas who live in the Swarga, and there are Devatas who live on earth. They are the Brahmanas. So that's why in the past in India, Brahmanas were very respected, very much respected. People used to respect even a small child of a Brahmana in the olden days. He is a Brahmana, he is a Vipra, he is a Misra. They respected him. It was natural. It was nothing that they were taught like that. Everybody respected. Even illiterate Brahmanas were respected. Brahmana was a big deal in the olden time. So that's why now they are saying, hey Bhumi Deva. So now at least I am calling you Deva, give me some rice to eat. Otherwise what kind of a Deva you are? Deva means give. So te Deva bhaviyanti va parasparam bhaviyanta shreya paramavapashata. Right? Krishna says Devas will give you. So Bhumi Deva. So he says, please listen to us. We are following the instruction of Sri Krishna. Krishnasya Ades Karana. And we have been sent by Balram. So we have been sent here by Balram and Krishna. And Praptan Janita Bhadram O Gopan. So you please know that we are, when you go in the olden time, there was a custom. If you meet somebody, then you introduce yourself. Like these days people also introduce. So in the past also there was a custom. And if somebody is senior to you, then you introduce first to him. You bow down and then you say, I am so and so. Aham abhivadaye. I so and so. You have to recite your gotra, your sakha, all that. I belong to this sakha of the Veda, this is my gotra, this is my name. So this was the proper way to give introduction in the past. And then your aham abhivade or namami, whatever you say. So that was the proper way. So they are also saying like that. So here of course names are not being mentioned, but he says, oh Gopan Janita Praptan. Know us to be the Gopas, and they already fell on the ground. So you pay respect, and then you have to bow down 3 times, and then tell. That was a custom. In South India, they still do that. They will bow down to you. If you go to Acharya or somebody, 3 times they will fall on the ground, and then they will come and keeping the hand in front of your mouth so that your spit does not go. Then you say, I am so and so. This is the way to speak to a respectful person. So that's they are also saying. They are respectfully saying, Wo Bhadram. So, and we have been sent by. So they are also informing who they are, why they have come, what is the purpose. They inform. So, He Bhudev Gana. So, Krishnasya Adesh Karine iti. So, we have not come here whimsically. We have not come here just by our own will, but we are following the order of Sri Krishna. So, means who is Krishna? He is son of Nanda Maharaj, who is the chief of the Gopas. So, he is like our head, he is a prince, and he has sent us to you. Tasya Nandaraj Putratvena. So he is the son of Nandaraj, Nanda Maharaj, who is a king. So it's like one messenger, what we call as a Duta, goes from one king to another king, then the king listens to that. There is a protocol, how the messenger comes, how he is received. He has to be respected because he is like a representative of that king. So therefore he says that he is the Nandaraj Putra, son of King Nanda, and Ramataha Sakashad Aishwarya. And we are also sent by Ram, Balaram, so that signifies. So this is to indicate the Aishwarya, means some authority, that some authority has sent us. So then other people also respect. If somebody comes to see here and he's just coming from an ashrama, he says, I am so and so, but if he comes, I have been sent by the Mahant of this and this ashram, then okay. Then he is taken as a representative of the Mahant, then we listen to him. We give more respect when he says that. If he comes by own, so no time. So Rama Chodita Nitya Chodita Nityasmad Dwara Rama eva annam prathamam bhikshate iti abhiprayane. So when they say that we have been ordered by Krishna and then he says sent by Rama, so then why Rama is said here? He says this is to show that it is he who is asking the food through us. That is the intention. Means we are only carrier of their message. So and since they are honorable, respectable person, then you should give. That is the intention behind it. Gaschariyanta vidura odanam ramachito vo lashato bhukshito tayurdija odanam arthino yadi shraddha chavo yachata dharma vittama. So he says that these two people, they are very hungry. So they are still speaking that we are actually asking food for them. So Bubhukshitau, Ramachitau, Balaram and Krishna, they both are hungry and therefore they are desiring some odanam, some rice. And where are they? Why they did not come? Well, they are taking care of the cows, not far from here, just nearby. And Tayor Dvaja Odanam Artha Arthino Yadi. So we are here, Brahmanas, we have come here begging some rice for them. And Yadi Shraddha Cha Vo Yachata Dharma Vittam. If you have Shraddha in them, then please give. And you are Dharma Vittama. You are the knower of Dharma. Means you know that Somebody asks for food, then you should give. So tika wo yushman. So yushman means you. Lasataha bhikshate. So las dhatu icharthak. So to beg. Odanam annam cha. So odan means rice, but it simply here means food, any food. If you don't have rice, you have chapatis, no problem. And odanam annam chaiti parthdayam tulyartham. In some places instead of odanam, the word annam has been used. So both mean the same. Nanu tau brahmano na bhavata iti brahman bhojanat purvam katham dasyama tatraho bhakshati. So now the question is raised when food is served, especially if many people are going to eat and people of different varnas are there. So brahmana have to be fed first and then others take. This is a custom. So now they are saying that these two guys, they are not brahmanas, at best kshatriya. So how can they get food without brahmana eating? We have not eaten it. So brahman bhojanat purvam katham dasyama. It's like when we do bhandara here, first you have to give to the mahant, then others can take. If you give to others, the mahant will become upset. Says, what is this? We are the mahant and these people are eating before us. They get upset. Yes. So you have to know this. So he says that how can we give food because they are not brahmana. Tau brahmana na. So then the cowherd boys also are not that foolish. They also know. He says bubhukshito. He says they are hungry. So when it comes to hunger, then whoever is hungry is qualified for food. Annasya Shudita Patra. Yeah, why are you laughing? It's true. Somebody is hungry, you don't give food, the person is dying, what is the point? Brahman first, this first, that first. So Annasya Shudita Patram. So who is the patra, qualified person to receive food? One who is hungry. Iti pramanam janitheva. He says, don't you know this? Why are you saying brahmana this, brahmana iti bhava? Kimapi apratibadata tan alaksha punarahu he dvija. So when they said this, when the boys replied like this, the brahmanas kept silent. So silence is also a very interesting thing. Sometimes one silent person, what they say, one silent person can defeat 10 walking, talking person. So silence also has its power because we don't know what the person wants to say or do. So you take your own meaning. So they kept silent, looking at them like this. So when they saw that these people are not saying anything, so then they again said Dvija. So he Dvija, tayor arthinor vo yadi shraddha asti tari yachata. No chet bruta vayam paravritte ameti bhava. So then they are saying, hey Dvija, if you have shraddha in them, then give. Otherwise tell us that we don't give, then we go back. We are not going to force ourselves on you. We are not going to sit down on hunger strike here, that we are not going to leave unless you give us food. So you give. If you don't want to give, please tell that we will not give. We will go back. After all, we are not asking ourselves. We have been sent by them. So we are relaying their message to you. You give, you don't give, that's up to you. So paravritti amiti bhava. Dharmavitta, then they are calling them. Then also they did not see anything, no reaction from the other side. So then they are calling them as dharmavittama. So dharmavittama means those who know the dharma best. Dharmavit means the knower of dharma. Dharmavittara, who knows dharma better than the other. Dharmavittama, the best knower of dharma. He says, you are the best knower of dharma, so give food. So atra khalu anvaya vyatirekyor dharma dharmayor vayam punah kim bruma iti bhava. So he says, you are dharmavittama, so we don't need to say anything by anvaya and vyatirek. Means if you give food, you are dharmic. If you don't give food, you are adharmic. We don't need to say it. You know it yourself. Means they are saying if you don't give, you know what you are. That's what they are saying. Then you are dharmavittama. You are ignoranter. So श्लेषेण ययोर नामना एव सर्व जगद अपि अति द्रुतो भूय अनुरज्यति तौ रामकृष्णौ क्षुधार्थौ अर्थिनौ अपि श्रुत्वा यत् तूष्णीं भवतः तो यूयं द्विजा. So he says, this is another meaning by pun. He is taking the meaning that these two people are those that just by hearing the name of Ram and Krishna, people's heart melt. And now these two people, they are hungry and they are asking for food, and you people are just keeping quiet. So you are dvija. Dvija means dvija. Dvi means two. Ja means born. That you are born from two. You don't have one father. You have two fathers. English that is called a bastard. Right? Means some woman has a husband and is born from somebody else. So you have two fathers. One the father, another is the birth-giving father. So he says you are dvijas. So pitri dvajata. You are born from two parents. Not two parents but two fathers. Eva iti akshepasya. So in this way they are giving an akshep, a criticism. And dharmavittama iti viprit lakshana. And then they are calling as dharmavittama in the sense of you are ignorant of dharma. That is viprit lakshana. So we'll stop here if there is any question on this.
Babaji, I had a question.
Yeah.
So this Vrindavan culture consists mostly of the Vaishyas, is that correct? And there are few in Brahmanas in Vrindavan Bhav, and that whatever Brahmanas come are just Gargacharya on their way from somewhere to somewhere.
Yeah, it's always like that even now. If you go in Braj, just like today I was talking with somebody and he was saying that here near Mart there are 36 villages of Kshatriyas. And then next to that there is this Noj Hill, say there are 24 villages of Jat community. Like that Lakut will tell there are 52 villages of the Brahmanas. So when they do Bhandara, somebody dies, some big festival, they have to invite all the 52 villages or 36 villages or 24 villages. So every village has got all types of people, but predominantly they are Kshatriyas, predominantly they are Brahmanas. Like our village was the village of Kshatriyas, next to our village was the village of Brahmanas, another village on the other side was the village of the Ahirs, means cowherd people. So like that there are, in Braja still they are like that.
So then Vrindavan would be primarily the cowherd.
Yeah, at that time.
Thank you.
Babaji, may I ask one question, please?
Yeah.
In the second verse, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has two interpretations of the singular. And the second interpretation says that one particular wife of Brahmanas would attain the 10th stage, which is death. 10th stage of what? And what are the other 9 stages?
So there are, this is in, like if you read Ujjwal Nilmani or even other Shastra, they describe the state of heroine Naika in separation, in Vipralambha. So what different type of feelings she has? Like she would not dress properly, she becomes thin, tanuta, malinata, she feels like sad, vishad. So these are different states. The last one is, then ninth one is murcha, fainting. 10th is mriti. So you can also die in separation, like Dashrath Maharaj, he died in separation when Bhagwan Ram went and he has told the chariot driver that you take them to forest, bring them back by the evening time. Just take them because they are insisting. So they are Rajkumar, they are prince. How are they going to live in the forest? Even Dashrath could not believe it. They never, think of a prince who never walks barefoot on the ground. Now they are going to wander in the forest without any shelter, food, cloth, and among this. So I said just take them and give them a round. They will change their mind by seeing the forest. So in the evening the driver came back without them because they said no, we are not going back. So then after that Dashrath felt so much separation, he died. So that is the Dashami Dasa, 10th state.
Thank you, Babaji.
Any other question? Okay.